Luke Littler's latest World Championship performance was more than just a victory. Racing into a third consecutive final, he dismantled a proven opponent with composure, precision, and relentless pressure. This match offered a masterclass in momentum, psychology, and elite darts decision-making. Understanding how this happened reveals not only why Littler won, but how modern darts is evolving at the highest level. What was Ryan Searle's initial game plan going into the match? Ryan Searle began with a controlled and confident approach, aiming to manage tempo, score steadily, and capitalize on any missed opportunities from his opponent. Early on, this plan appeared effective, as he held throw comfortably and showed no signs of nerves, giving the impression that the match would develop into a balanced contest. Why did the opening legs give Searle a false sense of control? In the early stages, Searle's scoring consistency masked the underlying pressure being applied. Although he was holding legs, many of them required clean finishes with little margin for error. This created the illusion of stability, even as Littler was quietly positioning himself to take control. What subtle signs showed that Littler was already building momentum? Littler's early darts consistently found strong treble groupings, even when they did not immediately result in leg wins. His checkout attempts forced Searle to finish efficiently every time, and his calm presence signaled that he was reading the rhythm of the match rather than chasing instant dominance. When did the turning point of the match truly occur? The turning point came when Littler elevated his scoring without changing his tempo. Once his 140s began converting into maximums and his high checkouts started landing under pressure, the balance of the match shifted decisively. From that moment, Searle was required to play near-perfect darts simply to stay level. How did Littler's fearless approach affect Searle psychologically? Littler's willingness to attempt and complete difficult finishes removed any sense of safety for Searle. Even when Searle scored well, he could not rely on his throw to protect him. This constant threat increased mental fatigue and introduced doubt, which is often more damaging than missed darts. What were the key elements of Littler's dominant scoring phase? Littler combined heavy scoring with exceptional timing. His maximums frequently followed strong visits from Searle, instantly swinging momentum back in his favor. On finishing, his first dart accuracy on doubles ensured that opportunities were converted immediately, denying Searle any chance to reset. How did pressure begin to expose cracks in Searle's game? As Littler's level rose, Searle began forcing his throws, attempting to match aggression rather than rely on his natural rhythm. This led to rushed decisions, missed doubles at crucial moments, and looser covers on the trebles, all of which compounded the pressure. Why did Searle struggle to adapt tactically during the match? Despite clear signs that his approach was no longer effective, Searle continued with the same strategy. Littler controlled the pace and dictated scoring phases, and without meaningful adjustments, Searle found himself trapped in a pattern that consistently worked against him. What role did body language play as the match progressed? As sets slipped away, Searle's body language reflected growing frustration. Longer pauses, visible disappointment after missed darts, and reduced confidence on finishes all indicated a player under heavy mental strain. Littler, by contrast, remained composed and assertive. Were there moments where Searle could have changed the outcome? There were isolated legs where a single checkout or break of throw could have slowed Littler's momentum. However, each missed opportunity increased the pressure of the next, creating a snowball effect that became increasingly difficult to stop. What broader lessons does this match offer to darts players at all levels? The match highlights the importance of mental resilience, adaptability, and timing. Technical ability alone is not enough when facing sustained pressure. Players must be willing to adjust strategies mid-match and remain composed even when momentum shifts sharply. How does Luke Littler's rise reflect a changing era in professional darts? Littler represents a new standard defined by fearlessness, tactical awareness, and psychological control. His performances show that experience alone is no longer enough for established players. Adaptability and mental strength are now essential to compete at the highest level. Finally, this semifinal was not decided by a collapse alone, but by a relentless performance that allowed no recovery. Luke Littler did not simply win the match. He imposed his game, controlled the narrative, and demonstrated why he belongs on the biggest stage once again. As darts continues to evolve, performances like this define the future of the sport. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more in-depth, educational darts analysis, don't forget to like the video, share it with fellow darts fans, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this.